Hello, my name's Tom Cahill. It's Saturday the 30th of August 2014. I'd like to do a quick video about something that I've been mulling over for quite some time. In the old days in England, you used to be able to get piracy licenses. Yes, you used to be able to get a license off the Queen to go and destroy Spanish or French or whatever different shipping vessels and steal the loot and keep some of it. That was like an actual job. You got a license for it. James Bond films tell us that you've got a license to kill, and just from a sheer practicality point of view, I'm absolutely sure these must exist, because if you were doing something where you had to go and kill a couple of people, the idea that you're going to get in trouble because you accidentally had to kill someone else as well, you'd have to give people license. You might not actually get a license to kill, but they just say, look, do whatever you want. We're not gonna. You can't have people being worried about coming up on criminal charges for, maiming or killing somebody else in the effort to kill the other person. It's just not practical. It wouldn't work. So I know that they must, whether it's an actual little bit of paper or not, it obviously exists. The other thing is as well, is the fact that I was speaking to this guy a couple of years ago. He's dead now, and he was involved with various things, or he claimed he was, and I think his story did actually check out, and he seemed to give the impression that this was pretty much how it worked. So you just confirm what common sense would tell somebody who had a kind of a relatively inquiring mind and thought about it. The point that becomes that this is all just general practicality. Now, the piracy licenses, obviously seems quite seriously criminal, but then if it's in a war situation and the sea was very important for getting stuff around the place, then I can sort of see why people would do it, and you kind of justify it. What becomes more interesting though, as the years go by, and you start finding out more and more things about various people like Jimmy Savile and stuff like that, what I really do wonder is, the way Maggie Thatcher had him round 11 out of 11 New Year's, when he was actually staying over at a house at New Year's every year for 11 consecutive years when she was in office as Prime Minister. Quite clearly, if you follow it logically, it would look like they're using, they're very interested in getting paedophiles in to use them as kind of blackmailing conduits, or to get them to bribe people by supplying children to them. So the question is, do they give out paedophile licenses to certain intelligence assets? Is that what Jimmy Savile had? Did he have like a nod that he could do whatever he wanted? And they've got kind of like, in-house government paedophiles and child providers, and is that what it was? Because you see, the way I look at it, if you look at it in practical terms, this blame doesn't come squarely on the shoulders of anyone specifically, because of course, the royal family would arguably be involved. Various very high up intelligence people who you probably never know, who might potentially be getting paid out of like black budgets or out of the King or Queen's budget, as with M section during World War II. I believe that was paid out of the King's own budget, so other people didn't even know what they were doing. They had no parliamentary oversight in any capacity whatsoever, not even indirectly. So that's the question. Do they have paedophile licenses? And was Jimmy Savile, is that what was going on? Did he have a paedophile license, a license to be a pedo? Is that what it was? I think it's fairly obvious that this is the case, and like I've covered in other videos, I get quite sick of people constantly going on about Jimmy Savile when he's dead. Like, it's not going to do any good when he's dead. So it's like, we can all get together and disapprove of him very vocally now he's dead, but not before, because it's cowardice, it's disgusting. It is actually disgusting. It's worse than whatever he's done. The fact that people are so keen to get involved once someone's dead, it's sick. That's the way I see it. So it begs the question again. English people aren't going to like this, because they're all cowards, and they're the reason that people like Jimmy Savile's managed to behave the way he did for as long as he did. Who at the minute has got one of these pedo licenses? Who is performing a similar function at this second and moment in time and into the future? Who's getting lined up to do it in the future? And when I say this, I'm not under any circumstances saying that it would be a one-person job per prime ministerial administration period or whatever, I reckon there'd be more than one doing the same thing. There might be a favoured one or a favourite one, but I think there'd be more than one. So this isn't like a one person replaces another, like a monarch. Do you know what I mean? You don't have like one of these people in each country, only one at a time. I reckon there'd be more than one. So this is the thing. Think about the practicality of something that's got nothing to do with pedoing, like, going and taking people out in other countries. Clearly, you'd have to have some kind of green light to, kill people. You'd have to. That guy Chip Tatum, I don't know if he's a disinformation agent or not, but in America, the guy who said that he was doing jobs for the CIA for years, who then apparently disappeared, and then he reappeared again. But everyone had said that he died, but it doesn't look like that he has died. A lot of it comes down to whether you believe that Ted Gunderson was a good news or bad news. A lot of people say it was good news. Some people say it's very bad news. So I don't know. But the point is, he definitely had documents saying that he'd been given permission to go and kill people, and he was going to be just cleared of any circumstances that like unfortunate circumstances that would become necessary if you're doing the type of work he was doing. So yeah, you look at the practicalities and then think, right, so you've got that was allowed. The practicalities of piracy, yeah, you had a license, you could go and do it. Practicalities of the pedoing, if anything, you'd need a kind of more solid bit of license, because it's not just going on like missions to do things like taking out a ship or taking out a person or a couple of people. It's not just a one hit deal like with a ship. You might accidentally damage another ship, if you use the same analogy. But then once you've got the ship, that's the end of it. See, it's not the same with this. So I think there must be, and that begs the question, who is doing it now? Because I reckon a lot of these celebrities who got sent down haven't done anything. I reckon they've just been set up. Like, my name's Tom Carhill. It's 30th of August 2014, and it's a Saturday. I'd like to hear what you have to think about this, because I think if everybody puts their head together, we'll be able to come up with some kind of a plausible kind of, plausible potential theories. I think it's just a matter of people putting it together. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.